Hello everyone, welcome to channel Qtomation. Today we will see about basics of database testing. It's just an introduction of database testing. So in system testing, functional testing has different types. So far we have seen about object properties testing. We have also seen error scenarios handling testing. We have also seen links functionality testing, cookies and session management related testing, calculations related testing which we have seen in last lecture. In functional testing, database basic testing is also holds very important role. So database testing itself is a very huge module. So it's a very separate expertise is required for database testing. So we will create another separate series for database testing in coming time. But meanwhile, we have to just understand on high level as a functional tester what are the basic areas or what are the minimum areas we should focus on while doing database testing. So what exactly is database? So in any application or any website, basically we have three layers: business layer, UI layer and database layer. So basically business layer is nothing but requirements. So whatever requirements are given by the business, we have to develop the application according to that. That should fulfill that requirements. And apart from that, when the application is developed or the code is developed, how it is going to interact with end user. So basically, if you see in any application, there are mainly two parts: front end and back end. Now front end is the part which is visible to end user. With the front end, user can interact with it. For example, browser. So web browser, on web browser, whenever we hit any website, we can see the UI of the website. That is nothing but front end which is given to the end user. And with the front end user can perform various actions. For example, let's take any example of banking website. So on front end, user will log in with his valid credentials. Once he successfully logs in, he can see various information about his banking activities. For example, his bank account details like his name, account number, how much balance is there in his account, that information, plus let's say transferring the money, whom to transfer money, or the bank statement, etc. So whatever the end user wants, that requirement or that features are available on front end. So user can click on those UI element and he can get the required information. Now this is basically front end where user is interacting. But along with the front end, there has to be some backend as well. So user cannot see the backend activities. So on backend, lots of actions are happening. So let's say whenever user clicks on show me my balance. So whenever user clicks on button which will show him the account balance. For user it's just a one click. But for that action, for that data to bring, there are multiple backend activities are going. So from where that account balance is coming? So that account balance information is stored in the database. So database is nothing but the information which we store. Now there can be hundreds or thousands of users. For all those users, the information will be stored in the database. So in the database, all the data is stored. That database will contain some rows and columns. So database will contain tables. In that tables, in the rows and columns, that informations are stored. So all this information is stored in database. And to bring that information from database, there are lots of backend activities are going on. So that is the main difference between front end and back end testing. So as a functional tester, we have to focus on basic part of back end testing as well. So what are the areas where we have to focus while doing the database testing? So database testing is very wide scope testing with lots of things, and separate expertise also required for detailed database testing. So for database testing, normally sometimes there can be a separate team of testers which are dedicatedly working on database testing as well. But as a functional tester, very basic operation we have to cover during the database testing. For example, focusing on DML operations. Now, what are the DML operations is basically data manipulation operation. So DML full form is data manipulation language related operations. What are those operations? Create, read, update and delete. This is also known as CRUD operations. Create means creating a new data or inserting a data in the database. So let's take an example of banking application. So whenever any new user is registering himself on that bank, for that new user new account will be created. So whenever user performs via UI, whenever user performs the account opening activity, he will have to register some information like his name, details, etc. All these details will be stored in the database. So first time new entries will be created in the database. So as a functional tester, we have to verify that. So whenever on your application, whenever you are creating a new data, that data should be inserted successfully in the database. So user might create new account, that new account details should be inserted in database. So that is the activity we have to test. Reading of data. So once new user is created, his account information is also created. And let's say that information is successfully fetching from the database or not. That we have to verify during the read operation. So let's say employee or any banking customer wants to see his account information. So he will perform show me action. So that should basically fetch the data from database. It should show to the user. That is a read operation. That is known as reading of data. Updating of data. Let's say updation activity. So whenever user updates his address, right? So initially user had entered some another address, and let's say after some time he wants to update that address. Then what he will do? So via front end or via UI, he will click on his account details and he will click on editing his address. And once he edits and save that address, that new address should get updated in the database. Against that user, that new address should get updated. Now that is the update operation. So as a functional tester, we should always verify whether data updation is happening or not. Update should be happen in database. Delete activity. Now let's say user wants to delete some information. Let's say there is a e-commerce related application and user had placed some order and he wants to delete that order. So he should be successfully able to delete that order from UI. And at the same time, as a functional tester, we should always verify via database testing that delete operation is performed on the database level or not. So from database also that item should be removed. That is basically verifying the deletion operation. So these are the four main operations which as a functional tester we should focus during the database testing. And all these operations we need knowledge of SQL. SQL is basically structured query language. SQL provides commands basically. Via SQL commands we can create or insert the data. We can also read the data by using SQL command. We can update the data by using SQL commands, or we can simply delete the resource from the SQL commands as well. So we can delete the data by using SQL commands. So as a functional tester, we have to focus on creation, reading, updating and deleting operations from UI and verifying if they are correctly happening via verification in database. So there would be a database system in which we have to log in and then we can verify that with the help of SQL commands, or it is known as SQL queries. So creation means inserting a new data in table. Updating means updation of data in the table. Using select commands, we can read the data from table. And using delete command, we can delete the data from table. So database testing is kind of a gray box testing. So far we have seen black box testing and white box testing. So in black box testing, no coding knowledge is required. So basically it's the application. Tester will provide the input and he will verify the expected output. That is basically black box testing. But in database testing, we kind of do both type of testing. So from the UI, we can perform the operations like create, update, edit, delete, etc. And that we will verify on UI. But at the same time, we have to verify or validate in the database as well. So whenever you are inserting a new data from the UI, whether that data is inserted in database or not, that we have to verify via using SQL commands. So for that, what you will do, you will go to the database, you will log into the database, you will execute the SQL command to read the data, and you can check whether the newly inserted data is present or not. Now it is a combination of black box testing and white box testing. So in white box testing, we have to do some technical stuff like execution of coding or sometimes execution of database queries. So executing these database queries to validate in the database all the operations we are performing via UI. So that is kind of a white box testing. So combination of black box testing and white box testing. That's why database testing is also known as gray box testing. Whenever as a functional tester, we are performing the basic operations for database testing like creation, updation, deletion and reading of data, that is known as gray box testing. So that is all about the basics of database testing. So as a functional tester, we have to focus on these parts mainly. Database testing again itself is a very huge module. So for database testing, we need a separate expertise. There are lots of other things as well which are covered in detailed database testing. But for an introduction or what is the basic minimal part required for database testing, that's what about this whole tutorial is. So in functional testing, we have covered all the types of testing. For example, object properties testing, error scenarios handling, database basic testing, links functionality, cookies and session related, calculations related. So this is all about functional testing. So in the coming session, we will see about non-functional testing. So far we have seen about functional testing, but what exactly is non-functional testing, that we will see in coming session. Thanks for watching this video.